Welcome to the Deep Dive. Getting ready for that Blackburn Rovers Preston North End match coming up on January 31st.
Looking for some insight?
Well, you've come to the right place. This deep dive is brought to you by therealfl.co.uk.
We've got you covered. We've been poring over the data performance, head-to-heads, and even some tactical bits.
To bring you
3 intriguing predictions for this championship clash.
All right, so let's get down to it. Blackburn, not doing so hot lately. 3 losses in a row.
Yeah.
But back on home turf at Ewood Park, think they can turn it around? Or will Preston keep that unbeaten streak going?
It's tricky, isn't it? You've got Blackburn really strong at home.
8 wins.
8 out of 15 at Ewood Park this season.
Yeah.
But Preston, they're on fire. Undefeated in their last 5.
It's the classic momentum versus home field advantage, eh?
Absolutely.
So, first prediction from therealfl.co.uk, a win for Blackburn.
Ooh.
Odds are 21-20.
Close.
Yes, suggests a close match. But we're thinking that Blackburn's, is desperate for that win, especially at home. Could be the deciding factor.
I think so, yeah. They need to get back on track if they're going to be in that promotion chase. And Preston, well,
Not so consistent.
not so consistent on the road.
Yeah, not so consistent on the road. The West Brom match, for example. Controlled the ball, but
Couldn't finish.
just couldn't get it in. Lost 1-0.
Frustrating.
All right, now here's where things get a bit more
Spicy.
spicy. Both teams have scored 32 goals so far in the championship.
Keeping things interesting.
So prediction number 2, both teams to score.
Ooh, I like it.
23-25 odds on that one.
Looking at those stats, it makes sense. Both sides are averaging over a goal per game.
Right.
And Preston, defensively on the
A
road,
little leaky.
23 goals conceded away from home. Remember that Norwich game?
Oh, yeah.
Lost 4-2, scored first, even.
Oh, heartbreak.
But, shows they can score, but they can also let them in.
Especially away from home. Okay, so Blackburn win, both teams finding the net, but maybe you're a bit more cautious.
Playing it safe?
Exactly. Well, our third prediction is a draw.
Okay, yeah, I could see that.
94 odds.
A draw would stop that losing streak for Blackburn.
Mm-hmm.
Preston gets another point, keeps their run going.
Right. Works out for both sides.
It does, but then think about their last 3 matches.
Oh, yeah.
Nail-biters. 2 draws, 1 goal win for Preston.
History tells us this is going to be close.
It could go either way.
You know what they say? Form goes out the window when it's a rivalry, right?
Absolutely. There's something about these head-to-heads, just sparks something different.
Last time they met at Ewood Park, 1-1 draw. Blackburn dominated possession, shots on goal. But
Didn't matter.
doesn't matter. These matches, they're full of surprises.
Always unpredictable.
Speaking of surprises, let's talk key players. Blackburn, I'm looking at their striker, Andreas Wyman,
6 goals this season.
but he's been quiet.
Quiet lately, if he gets his scoring touch back. Game changer for Blackburn. Preston's defense, they'll be watching him.
For sure. And for Preston, Milutin Osmajic.
Ooh, he's on fire. Goals in his last 3 matches.
And him and Sam Greenwood, what a partnership.
11 goals, 6 assists between them. Real threat to Blackburn's defense.
Wyman potentially back in form, Osmajic and Greenwood looking for weaknesses. This just adds a whole other level to this match, doesn't it?
Definitely does. And then there's the tactical side. John Eustace, Blackburn's manager, he needs this win.
Oh, the pressure's on.
Might go for a more attacking formation to break down that Preston defense.
Yeah, he usually likes that 4-4-2 at home.
Switch it up.
A 4-3-3 maybe. More aggressive, try to take advantage of Preston's,
Their away form.
their away form. Exactly. And then you've got Ryan Lowe, Preston's manager. Bit of a tactical chameleon, that one.
Likes to keep things interesting.
He does. Could stick with the 3-5-2. It's been working well. Or maybe try to contain Blackburn's attack. Be a bit more,
Conservative.
conservative. Real chess match, this one. Both managers, a lot to think about.
I love that. Makes it so much more...
Unpredictable. So, tactical battles, individual players, and that rivalry on top of it all. Sounds like Friday night at Eagle Park is going to be electric.
Oh, yeah. Big game for both teams. Blackburn wins. They're back in the promotion race. Preston wins. Top half of the table looking good.
All right, before we get to our final predictions, let's just do a quick recap, make sure we're all on the same page.
That sounds good. So we started with Blackburn's home advantage, Preston's momentum. Then we dug into the goals, the defenses, or lack thereof.
Leaky defenses.
Which led us to those predictions. Blackburn win, Both teams scoring. We talked about those key players, Wyman, Osmogic, and Greenwood.
The dynamic duo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, of course, the tactical battle between the managers always adds a little extra something, doesn't it?
Always. Okay, prediction time. We've looked at everything, crunched the numbers, considered the history.
It's all on the table.
Let's make those final predictions for Friday night.
As we said earlier, first prediction. Blackburn win, 21-20 odds. Even though they've had a rough go lately, we think home advantage. That desperation for a win.
Got to count for something.
It's got to.
All right, second prediction. Both teams to score.
Yep.
23-25 odds on that one.
Yep.
Both Blackburn and Preston, they know how to find the back of the net.
They do.
And, well, those defenses.
Not exactly airtight.
So we could see some goals.
Yeah.
And lastly, maybe you're feeling lucky.
Risky business.
Third prediction is a draw. 94 odds.
A draw would be interesting.
It would. Blackburn stops the losing streak. Preston keeps their unbeaten run going.
Suits both sides. And, looking back at their past matches.
Always close.
Always close. So there you have it. 3 predictions. Blackburn win, both teams score, or a draw.
What do you think? Which one's most likely?
Tough to say. Think about everything we talked about, weigh the evidence, make your own prediction. And if you want to go even deeper, see those potential lineups, get all those juicy stats, maybe dive into the tactics a bit more.
Head over to therealfl.co.uk. We've got it all there.
One final thought for you. This one could be a nail-biter. A moment of brilliance here, a mistake there, that's all it takes.
Oh, absolutely. Keep an eye on that midfield battle. Bradley Dack for Blackburn, creative force, but he's going up against Ben Whiteman, Preston's midfield anchor.
Solid player.
Whoever wins that battle,
Might just win the match.
enjoy the game. It's amazing how those little battles within the match stack against Whiteman can really swing the whole thing.
Yeah, sometimes it comes down to just one player having a moment.
It's not just formations,
No, it's about who steps up.
In this Blackburn-Preston match, it's like it's got potential game changers everywhere you look.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Even set pieces could be huge. Preston's been tough in the air defensively, but Blackburn's got Ayala. He can cause some trouble on those attacking set pieces.
So it seems like everything's up in the air, tactics, individual players, even those set pieces, it's tough to call.
Makes it more exciting, though,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
That's what I love about the championship. So unpredictable.
You've got the tactical side of things, but then there's that passion that you just can't quantify.
Yeah, and that local rivalry adds another layer to it all.
Guarantees a good match.
So if you're heading to Ewood Park Friday night, or even just tuning in, get ready for a close one. We've given you the info, the stats, everything to watch out for.
It's all on the table.
Now it's your turn to make your prediction.
And for even more analysis, those potential lineups, more stats, a deeper look at those tactical battles,
Head over to therealfl.co.uk.
we've got you covered. Enjoy the match.